Well, guys, if you may know, I just got back from Blizzard Bash. What an amazing trip. I bought quite a bit of things down there, not as much as I wanted to. I was trying to buy a plasma table. They all sold out by the time not a plasma table, but a rim narrowing machine from the Plasma Cutting Company. They're on Facebook, check them out. But by the time I got there, they're all sold out, and then one guy left a deposit, and he wasn't there to pick it up at the end, so they told him he would ship his so I could buy his. But by the time I got there from my hotel, they were gone. So unfortunately, I didn't get a rim narrowing machine from the Plasma Cutting Company. But I did get some other stuff. I spent a lot of time at the gray area trailer. I talked to them out in the pits. I talked to them in the ring. I talked to them when they're selling stuff. I ended up picking up a removable steering wheel, an adapter, and 3 quick release weld-ons. So I'll be putting 2 of these on the new body and 1 on the old body, just so that I'm going to use the factory steering columns, because here in Ontario I haven't really had any issues with the factory steering columns, so I'm just going to put these on there. But I have broke quite a bit of factory wheels, as you guys may remember from this video. So we did spend some money. I think I paid like 40 for the steering wheel, 25 for that, and like 15 for these. I can't remember. It was American, so for you Americans, every dollar American cost me $1.25 Canadian. So I bought those. I bought 2 of these tires. Now, I was trying to get a deal on them. I waited till Sunday to buy them, but apparently I bought some good ones. I don't really know. They're 15s by 5.5s. I didn't want skid steer tires. I wanted agricultural tires. I wanted the more narrow ones. They had 14s there, but they weren't 5.0s, they were 6.0s, so they were actually taller than the 15s, but they were a little bit wider. I showed these ones to a buddy. He said they're more ply than his tires. I think I bought good ones. The treads are not as deep, but I'm okay with that. They're still 1-inch treads. I'll still get quite a bit of traction. I'm going to try to build some rims to mount these. They do have to be 15, so I'm trying to decide between 2 different styles of rims to mount them. I did throw one just on a stock CRV rim just to see how tall it would be so I can get a measurement. But I wasn't able to get it beaded up yet because I haven't narrowed them. And I'm going to put tubes in them, and I'm going to put dummies inside them. But I'll show you the 2 rims I'm trying to decide on what to put these on. Actually, there's 3, but I don't think I'm going to even try to use the 3rd one. Option number 1 are these CRVs. The valve stem's protected by the rim. You have the actual bolt pattern we need, and the rim is really thick. It's like 1/4 inch thick. So that's option number 1. They're already 15s. I would probably just narrow this much out of them right there. Take 1.5 inches out so that way I can still mount them. It'd be a very narrow rim by doing that. So that's option 1. Option number 2 is Subaru. So these again are 15-inch rims. They're very, very thick steel, 1/4 inch. The valve stem's protected by the rim. I would have to cut this hole bigger to get the right size, and then I would actually have to drill 5 new holes, and I'd probably weld the center in there as well, just so that the center is more steel on the backside. And then I would do the same, and don't do it. I'd probably narrow this up here as well. So no matter what, this one here I'd have to narrow and weld the center, and this one here I would have to narrow and not weld the center. But the 3rd option is these ones would definitely be the coolest, but the problem with SS rims is the back spacing. On a rear-wheel drive, they are fantastic. On a Caravan, they're fantastic, but on a Camry, they stick out too far from the wheel wells, and they're just a target. If somebody swipes down your side, they can easily hit this tire. It'd be different if I could inset them, but I can't. I'd really like to use these ones, but I don't think I'm going to. But I would have to cut a lot out of this rim and narrow it up to fit those tires. But that's not off the table yet. That might become a later project. I don't know. I did already cut the center out and just tack weld the Camry, well, a universal center into it. They do fit. They do clear everything. I knew they would, but that's option number 3, but I don't think I'm going to go with that option just because of the sheer fact that they can be picked off a Camry really easily. If this was like a Crown Vic or a Cadillac, yes, I'd do that. Or, I don't know, something else, maybe a Caravan, then that would definitely be an option, but not for this car, unfortunately. So that's some of the stuff I bought. Another thing I bought was actually a 100-pound spool of wire from Gray Area. I actually bought 2 of them. My buddy ended up taking one from me. That's okay. But I just want to go back and tell you guys that I had an amazing time at Blizzard Bash. Honestly, guys, I love going to the U.S. Blizzard Bash was a great trip for me. It was a little bit hectic getting across the border. Heading down there was not bad. I stopped at Demolition Mission's place, said hi to him, gave him a shirt. It was nice to shake his hand. Last time I seen him in person was 2016 at Bash for Cash. So it was nice to meet up with old friends. At Blizzard Bash, I met so many people that I've been talking to on the internet for years, and I've never met face to face. It was nice to shake their hands. A gentleman that bought a motor mount off me that I shipped to Texas, I was able to meet him in the stands and shake his hand. There's a couple people that have mentioned online that they seen me filming and didn't want to come up to talk to me. Guys, come on up, talk to me. I'll take the time out of filming just to say hi to you. There's lots of time. Come on up, let's talk. I enjoy talking to you guys. But I'm saying that there was a lot of people down there that I got to meet for the first time that I've talked to that were amazing. People I've never even seen before in my life was talking to. One of the things I really enjoy doing is looking at the cars, and there were so many things to look at down there. Blizzard Bash, if you guys haven't gone, there's a reason why it's rated the #1 demolition derby in North America. The stuff that these guys are doing to their cars is amazing. The tech looked extremely hard. There was guys walking with huge lists of stuff that had to be fixed. But I had an amazing amount of fun down there. I got to see things that guys are doing. I got to talk to a lot of people that were building the cars. I got to talk to a lot of people that have watched my YouTube channel. A lot of people that I've never met before, never talked to. That's half the fun for me, is just meeting new people. And what a great time. I got to see things like up here, cradles and W bodies really don't exist. There's like 2 guys, maybe 3 guys that I know of that have cradles, but you can't run them. And in Ontario, there's pretty much no rules that allow you to run cradles and W bodies, around me at least, or that I really know of in Ontario. And down there, every W body had a cradle in it in the team show. Like it was no W bodies without cradles. I really like seeing the big car stuff, but honestly, I was there for the mini cars. I love mini cars. The 67, 69 Firebird Camaros that were there, they were amazing. The cages in them, fantastic. The design of the cage was just phenomenal. The 70s Camaros and Firebirds that were there were some of the most aggressive cars I've ever seen. If you couldn't break the steering, you couldn't stop them. The W bodies, you could hear them hitting. I was in the nosebleeds. You could hear the W bodies hitting each other and snapping transmissions. It was like the clunks were amazing. There was one Camry in the mod team class, and I was cheering so hard for him, but when he came in and wasn't running very well, I was very sad. But then he got a redemption in the consolation, but he was pushed up on the wall. He was the only Camry in mod class. Which was pretty cool for me. I'm a Camry guy all over the place here. Some other cool stuff. There was one metric car. So metric is newer 80s GM in the qualifying heats for the team shows. He was the only metric GM out there. I couldn't believe it. I've never seen a metric hold up as good as that car. Some very good building goes into that. You really need to know your stuff about your cars to be able to compete at a level like that. But it was a giant learning experience. It was a giant social experience where I could meet new people that I've never met before. And I really enjoyed meeting all you guys. It was cool seeing all the new products for sale. Tires, shifters, braces, transmissions, rear ends. Like, there was guys selling built W-body transmissions at this show. There was guys selling built Camry transmissions at this show. There was distributors for sale. Like, you name it. Everything was for sale. I had a great time. The atmosphere was phenomenal. The pits were an open-air pit outside, except for the barn, which is where the national teams. I went in there once. Really cool. The stuff they're doing is amazing. But I just loved how you could just walk around and see what people are doing. And very inviting people. I couldn't imagine nicer people anywhere. But I want to go back down. Honestly, guys, I think that next year I'm going to try to take my wife down and make a vacation out of it for 2 weeks or something. It was 24 hours for me to get there with the delay in Indiana, and on the way back we have to have a negative COVID test to get in Canada. So I got a test at Walgreens on Saturday. They told me 48 hours to get my results. So I was at the border on Monday by noon and no results. So then I went and got it. The tests were only good for 72 hours, so I waited at the border until Tuesday morning, still no results. So I went and paid for another test that told me 24-hour results. I ended up getting my Walgreens test back on Wednesday at 2 a.m. So the test was too old for me to get over the border. It was like 18 hours too old for me to get over the border, so I was happy I went and got the second test. I was able to come back into Canada on the Wednesday, but it was just 2 days of me in South Huron, North Huron, whatever it is, right by Sarnia, just sitting there twiddling my thumbs. It was kind of shitty like that. I hear that Canada is going to get rid of that soon, but it was a great time. I had a lot of fun with friends, a lot of fun with people I've never met before that I can now call friends. And thank you everybody for coming up to me. There was quite a bit of people that I ended up giving shirts out to. Thanks for coming up to me, guys. One young gentleman, Gunner, buddy, you were fun to hang out with. You were fun to talk to. Thanks very much for spending time with me this weekend. And thanks everybody for watching. I hope you liked it. I have all the Blizzard Bash stuff going to be going up very shortly. So thanks very much, everybody. I hope you enjoy some of the videos from Blizzard Bash. I didn't get it all. There was quite a bit of heats that I didn't get, mostly because the batteries kept dying on my camera, and there were some times when I left the arena at 2:45 in the morning, and I had to be back there for like 8 a.m. to get a seat. So I kind of left a little bit early. I kind of came in a little late. There was some stuff I missed. There was some stuff that I went out to the pits and filmed. Well, there was stuff going on because, guys, these guys run alcohol and race fuel in their cars, and it just burns your eyes, and the smoke gets so bad that you need to go out and take a breather break every now and then. So thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you liked the content. Thank you very much for watching, and it was nice meeting all you guys that I met down there in Kansas, and thanks for watching, guys. Make sure that you guys like and subscribe. With the more subscribers I get, maybe I could be able to start doing more trips like this. I would like to go down to the Florida Nationals in Florida, maybe coming up. The Dead Man is definitely one of the shows on my list. Vegas, if I can convince the wife to drive to Vegas, because I'm not a big flying guy. I don't like flying. Who knows? There's lots of shows that I want to go to out there, and all I have to do is be able to get the time off work, get the wife to get time off work, and go for a drive. So then that way we can go to these shows, we can enjoy ourselves. So thanks everybody for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys back here tomorrow on Zacks Workshop.